Ladies and gents, welcome back to Nova Arcana. This is Marcian, or such Paradoxon, and by God, once again, as per usual, it has been a long time since the last recording. I'd say probably about a week. It is now November the 27th, I think? Question mark? Yeah, it is. Okay. A lot has been going on, and I've got a lot of things to talk about. But first, let me just set the goal of today's episode. So before going into the final area of the map, Nova Arcaneum, yeah, because last episode we went to the Domes of Doom and we got the things from it. So now the only things remaining is all the remaining emeralds and then getting Nova Arcaneum. So in preparation of that, I decided that I'm going to go first and get every single remaining emerald except for the one that's in Nova Arcaneum, and then we'll go from there and tackle the lost area afterwards. So for starters, the first case of business is going to be heading into the final actual proper bonus Stone Walk into Lava bonus area, which is the Crystal Carbon Cavern, if I remember correctly. So we'll be doing that first of all, and then we'll go around and get all these as well, except for this one. We will get this next episode. So I've also learned that apparently, I don't think we'll be checking out this, as cool as this looks and all, I don't think there's anything here that we need, to be fair. So yeah, so unfortunately it does look cool render, I'm not going to be looking at that, so yeah, sorry about that. But in any case, yeah, what I was saying is that I've learned as well also that there's a unimplemented area as well that's built and fully functional with like mobs and such, but rendered and actually put it into the final product of the map. So we'll be also having a look at that once we're finished with Nova Arcaneum, just for the shits and giggles, I guess, just to check it out what that's all about and what that would have been if it was in the map in the final product. So that should also be rather interesting. At least I'm kind of interested to see what it is and what may have been the reason that Render decided not to include that in the final in the final product. Okay, things have been happening for sure. First of all, probably the biggest change, and hopefully, and by God I hope it's going to be alright. I've messed about with this for a long time and I've set up a lot of things and changed this, did that, did this, had a look at this, and everything works perfectly fine and such. But I changed recording software. I am now using OBS properly. I've set it up properly, spent like a solid probably like an hour and a half ish around that time frame to make sure that it works correctly, and then the quality is good, and then that the audio is good, and then just all that good technical shenanigans that you guys probably love to hear about. And that seems like it's going to be a cluster spawner there also. Let me turn this up just a tad bit, because again I feel like it's a little bit quiet. There, yeah, that sounds better. Yeah, definitely. Okay, you guys do that. I'm just gonna put down a, oh no, don't. Ah, come on guy. That seems like that is the spot for our cluster spawner right there in the corner. Okay, let's take care of that before we move forward, because cave spider. Okay. Dude, stop skittering around. Show yourself or stop existing. Thank you. Alright, now we should be good to dig into this. Alright, right. So yeah, change recording software. It is now OBS. Hopefully it's gonna be all good in the end, because the couple of test recordings I did, it just genuinely seems much easier to use and gives me a lot more options as far as just quality and just all that good stuff goes, than just using NVIDIA's built-in recording software bit. Oh, that seems like an emerald right there. So again, hopefully this is gonna be all good in the end, and no like messed up. Why are there so many cave spiders here, dude? What the hell? No messed up recordings and audio and quality and all that things. I'm very worried about that it's not gonna be good. Don't. Come on, guy. Yeah, where is key spiders coming from? There's another one here. Tell me where you guys coming from. Take me to your leader. Are they coming from that little hole in the ground? I've got a slight suspicion that they are. Wow. Oh, come on. Okay, so I probably should have wrote a list. Oh god. Probably should have written a list of all the things I'm gonna talk about, because I'm probably gonna forget about some things I might need to bring up in another video then. There's like not even an order of importance to it, honestly. It's just kinda in like, this is gonna be a very like weird, again, not very comprehensive, just me talking about random shenanigans kind of an episode. Which, to be fair, I enjoy making the most, honestly. I mean, there's just no coherent plot in anything that I'm saying, or coherence in it in general. Just me rambling about random shit that occurred to me, because I'm kind of a fan to that. This is exactly why I'm going on a tangent again already, like friggin' 6 minutes into. Oh my god, and I just realized now there's a built-in timer for OBS. I don't need to set a timer anymore, because I can just see and look on my second screen and look how long I've been recording. This is already like miles better than using NVIDIA's thing, but yeah, again, getting sidetracked, I digress. So, first things first, another cluster spawner, not what I'm going to talk about. So hopefully that video is out by the time that this one is out. Hopefully I can get it done by tonight, because I've been sitting on that 3 hours of footage for like about a week now, I'd say probably. I mean almost a week, because I did a stream. I got invited to a stream from a fellow CTM player named Oakley, and he kindly messaged me if I was up for some collaboration, and your boy was like, hell yes I am. And it's very weird, and I gotta say, like, and we talked about this on stream as well, I'll definitely leave a link, or I might, because I've, again, going on a different tangent this time. I've been using the end card little things. I've been looking at how those works on YouTube, like getting the little thing that you see like over here on the top right on YouTube, like the little information cards, whatever you call those, and the end card things as well. So the thing here should be a link to Oakley's channel. I might even, I don't know if you can, is it like, can you like link Twitch things, like Twitch stream archives and stuff on YouTube? Is that moral? I don't know, dude. But again, I digress. So basically we did a little stream about a week ago. It was like a 3-hour long stream. We played a gem CTM map by the name of Arboreal Antics, I think that's how you pronounce it, by Eris, and it was a phenomenal time. So in the past 1 week I've been pretty much just sitting on that 3-hour footage and trying to make that just cut it down to the funniest, most important bits just in general, so it's the best for enjoyment. Because I mean, no one wants to watch like a 3-hour long stream unless, and this is kind of weird thing, I mean, in my opinion, is that people would willingly go and watch streams for an hour's end, but you wouldn't watch a 3-hour long video on your own unless, I don't know, it's about something specifically very interesting. I don't know, it's weird, but again, another digress, I guess. So pretty much we did a stream, it was really good, had some really great moments in that. So I've been sitting on that, editing that down, and then just putting that, the most amount of effort I've ever done into any video. It's probably over the top of how much effort put into the Cash or Crash bonus episode, to be honest. So yeah, but hopefully that thing is out by tonight, if all goes according to plan. Once I'm finished recording these little bits, I'll go back to the editing mines and then finish that one up. By God, I hope the lava is not trapped, because I don't want that happening again, because that was not fun when that happened. So hopefully that should be very good, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We planned on doing more streams at Oakley. Hopefully there's one happening tomorrow, actually, question mark, because I think, yeah, isn't it Friday today? Yeah, in that case, you might have a stream tomorrow too. We'll see. But yeah, that's that. I've also have a new idea for the next series after I'm finished with this one, or just, oh come on, or just like in general future plans for what's coming next. So like I said, like probably back when we were in the great web, is that I want to start putting out more horror videos on the channel, and I will. I've got 2 games recorded. One's like a funny meme game and one's like actually relatively decent, to be honest, for a quick gem horror game. Advanced Defense level 5. Damn, look at this. And it's not trapped. Knockback 3. Very, very good. Give me that. I mean, sorry, Odin Fernizer, but your days are gone. So sorry about that. Should I just pick up a couple of these just for the shits and giggles? I mean, we already have so much diamond back at home, but since we're here, I mean, might as well get up a little bit extra, right? Right. But yeah, again, Tangent City happening in here. So I've decided the next big map that I'm going to be playing is going to be Dark Realms 2 Odyssey, very likely. It's still up for debate if that's going to be the one, but there's like a 90% chance that that's going to be the next big CTM Let's Play on the channel. I don't know. So guys can look forward to that. That should be starting out hopefully next week, if all goes according to plan. What is this? Flask of Regeneration. Alright, interesting. I was honestly expecting like a like a resistance potion maybe, that gives you resistance for like a set amount of time. So kind of surprised about. Did I not take these out? Oh god. Okay, we need to do that before I start emerald hunting, honestly. So yeah, Dark Realms 2 Odyssey is very likely our next candidate for the next big Let's Play of a CTM map. Then you guys can also look forward to seeing those stream highlight clips, sort of things, stitched together from whenever Oakley and I stream. So that's also coming. And I might just play 1 or 2 mini CTM or like gem CTM on my own too, and turn them into the same types of videos, of it just being like the funny parts, I guess you can say, but it's still having some sort of coherency, so it looks like a proper playthrough, I guess, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it doesn't even make sense to me, to be honest, but yeah, so that's that. And then the horror games, the Dark Realms Odyssey, that too, the stream highlights if we do more streams with Oakley. So yeah, there's gonna be some fun things coming for the channel. The big video that I was supposed to release this November is still up on the table. It's still gonna come out, if not November, then hopefully I can get it out in December. The big iceberg video that the script's actually finished, and I did record a little bit of like readout and voicing over for that, so that should be coming out soon, TM, hopefully in 2020, God knows at this point, honestly. So yeah. Okay, what we'll do is I'll just quickly sort through this, and then once I'm done with that, I'll come back and we'll start looking for the emeralds, right? And we're back. Also, another very good feature of OBS that I've also just discovered now, you can pause the recording. I don't need to cut this manually myself. I can just pause it and then be done with it. That is so goddamn good, it's unbelievable, honestly. Okay, so let's look at this. So, Netherlands, intersection 3, Pillars of Obelisk of Inversion, maybe Noir Passage, and we have this. Where the hell creeping up on you from the... I mean, we didn't really explore Noir Passage, to be honest. I don't recall that Drunk Me ever found the emerald, so I don't think that ever happened. Okay, we'll figure this out. Alright, let's head to intersection 3, because I've genuinely got no idea how the hell I missed an emerald in there. I'd never even really considered there being an emerald. But it makes sense, because so far in every single intersection there has been one emerald, so I don't know what the hell happened in there for me, honestly, but it's besides the point. The only real place that I can think of is either up there or there, because we already checked that. We checked this like outer bit beforehand. There's like an infernizer there, so I'm gonna guess that the weird cobwebs that are there for no reason is going to be where we need to be headed. So I'm just gonna quickly like do a pillar up and see if it's there. Okay, so other topics. Right, so main reason why there hasn't been many videos again. So for one, because I've been editing down that highlight reel of the live stream with Oakley and I definitely took a bigger bite than there it is, that I was anticipating, because making that video was not easy, and hopefully, again, like I said, it's gonna make context more. Oh my god, we didn't bring the sword again, did we? It's gonna make more sense when the video was actually out, but for someone who doesn't do that much big edited content, that was a big workload for me, for sure. Plus I'm not that efficient at editing just yet, so that's that. But in other news as well, I've been working on a part-time job in the past couple of days, which it is Friday today, so this was the last day. I literally got back from it, and I fell asleep because I was so extremely tired, and I woke up not so long ago because I don't even know what the hell happened outside, but someone dropped something outside on the inner garden bit of the apartment complex, and it was so fucking loud that I woke up to it. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just eat something and then do something else. So that was that. But basically, the whole part-time job, where are we going? We're going to the Netherlands, which is not even in this intersection now that I think of it. Alright, let's take this back. Oh, what the hell was that? Dude, where the hell did you come from? Oh my god, that almost scared the crap out of me. What the hell? Basically, the part-time job's been relatively shit, I'm not gonna lie. And this is gonna come off as extremely whiny, especially with the COVID times. Yeah, I get it, I'm whining, it is a job and I got money for it, but there's a limit of how much I can take as far as it goes with shit jobs. And this is definitely one of the worst ones I've ever had from the 5 I've done so far in my entire life, but that's besides the point once again. Basically, we're distributing I wouldn't even call them pamphlets, honestly. It's more like a magazine for a specific district in Budapest. And yeah, I get it, reading actual physical newspaper in 2020 forehead, but I guess old people still do, so the government's gotta print out their government propaganda so people can read it. So we basically just distribute that, and you get a map, and they say we have to take this street, that street, and then you get a big cart or some shit packed with newspaper, and you just gotta distribute them. So the main issue that I had, and one of them is gonna actually make sense, the other one is not so much. How did we enter from here? The main issue I had with it is the organizing of this work. It's just so extremely bad. It is beyond all belief, honestly. I've not seen a workplace this disorganized in my entire life, to be honest. It is just absolute pure garbage. That's what this genuinely is. There's about 10 of us all together that we need to be managed, I guess you can call it. Everything is chaotic, the people, they are extremely toxic. Again, I'm going the wrong way. Probably one of the most saddening, is that a word even? I don't think it is. Saddening, I think that's a word. But if it isn't, well, now it is. Anyway, one of the most saddening things I've seen at this place so far is that basically you have to put in a little advertising bit. You have to put the papers in there on each apartment building, pretty much. If it's a family house, you just put in their post box and then that's it. But yesterday is just particularly very active in this case. One girl from the group basically was taking, my current theory is that she kept a couple of the 1 week older cases of the newspaper, I guess, and then throwing them around randomly on other people's turf, I guess, quote unquote. I'm gonna put in a golden helmet because I don't want to be shreked by some random pigments if they're still around. But basically just framing people that they didn't put, God, come on, that they didn't put the newspaper in the correct place. They just like grab it and just threw it like on the ground in like a pile of leaves or some shit, or just like on the road itself. And then instead of just like being up about it and going to a place like, yo, don't do that, instead, you have a gold helmet, you can chill out. It's fine. This is why I took this gold helmet in the first place, so you can chill the hell out, man. I'm guessing it's basically that she had beef with those people, so to kind of undermine them, I guess. She did this like fake thing that she would grab 1 week older newspapers, keep them, and then put them on the next week's time, put them in other people's turf to make it seem like, oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, I saw this when I was making the thumbnail for this episode. I was flying by trying to arrange myself somehow, and I saw like just this little glint at the bottom. I was like, oh, hello. I saw the little glint there, and I was like, oh, so that's where the emerald was. Okay, cool. But yeah, that thing, if it's actually what the case is, because what is very suspicious about this whole thing is that the only person that had found this on the same day, like 4 times I think, in like quick successions of 30 minutes, was the same person who, after having a little discussion with the other people at the place, they were like, yeah, they hate each other very much, so they can all 100% see that she would undermine the other girl like that, to plant down fake newspaper from 1 week ago to undermine her, which, when you think about it, is very sad and pathetic in my opinion. But that's one bit. But just like, there was only one relatively reasonable person except for me, and again, this might sound a bit dickish or selfish, but like, they were just very like harsh people, if that makes any sense, honestly. Like, sort of rude, kind of trashy, I guess. Again, it's just not very nice people to be around, I suppose, if that's one way to put it. And then like, sure, it's not that complicated to go to an address and then deliver newspapers and then go to a different one, but still, like, putting 2 newbies together on the same day who started on the same day and had no idea what they had to do and how like the etiquette works, and like say go into an apartment building and then they don't have a specific like little shelf to put down the advertising papers or the newspapers of this place. Where the hell do you put it? Do you put it one by one individually in every single person's post box? Do you just put it somewhere else? And like, we had to keep calling the main boss. It's like, yo, is this a shelf you can put this on? Because if you put it somewhere wrong, then they'll charge you, and then the people will be angry about that, and then they'll report us, and that's not good. No one wants that. So obviously, I'd rather ask about if what I'm doing is good, instead of just putting it somewhere else where it isn't, and then it messes up someone's thing. I don't want that. So again, putting together the 2 newbie people on the same day was not a very strategic or optimal play, in my opinion. Quite suboptimal, actually, if you ask me, but again, besides the point. And just in general, like, walking around, and this is where the bitchy part comes in. It's the complete first world problem part that comes in. Walking around the entire day. What am I even doing, dude? Come on. What the hell is that? Just literally walked into that. I don't know what happened. No one saw that. Never happened. Walking around the entire day out in the open when it's cold November, having to pull like a cart with like about 100 like newspaper, just like tied to like 200 packs. For one, it's heavy as hell, and like I said beforehand on previous episodes, I'm not like a chunky built person. I'm skinny as hell, so doing that was not very nice, in all honesty. That's why I was again so tired, and when I got back home, like yesterday even, when I got back from yesterday's work at like 4 p.m. in the evening, so we worked from like 8 till 5, or 3 p.m. sorry, and when I got back home I wanted to sit down to read a bit more of the highlight reel, and I just fell asleep at my desk, and I woke up in my bed like 3 hours later. It's ridiculous. So, but the main issue that I have with this is outdoor works when I'm walking around in glasses, and again you have to put masks on, mandatory mask in Budapest and almost everywhere in Hungary. Your glass gets fogged up, and so far I've tried a lot of like works around that. Like, I remember I was reading like this article online of like, it was almost like a BuzzFeed article in a sense, like 8 ways to stop fogging up your glasses if you wear glasses with a mask on. I remember one of them was like, just breathe downwards. I'm like, what does that even mean, to breathe downwards? And then I read into it and I was like, so normally when you breathe, you just like you breathe outwards, but the article suggested that you do it like if you're trying to blow into a flute, basically, to just breathe downwards. And doing that like willingly is really difficult. I tried doing it this earlier today for like an hour, and actually having to focus on like, because when I was talking with the girl I was paired up with and we were walking about the street distributing the papers, like I tried to focus on myself to breathe downwards. It's so goddamn hard, you can't. It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Also, tying back into this, regardless of the work, so that was the main reason why did I even come back here? I don't even think I need to come back here, did I? Oh no, good thing we came back. Okay, so we got those, so now we need to head to in section 3, yep. Is another part of Marcian bitching about how shit his government is and how stupid the people are that are governing this country are, just in general. Part 2, or episode 2, I don't know, maybe in episode 3, I don't know. Is basically new law in place about more COVID regulations and shit. Let's check out the thing first. Let's check out the Noir passage first. Let's see if we can find the emerald there. Is basically at this point, again, mandatory to wear mask outside. It's completely fine. We had something similar to this back like at the previous big quarantine thing. It's basically that the elderly people had a specific time slot / time period where they were the only ones who were able to go shopping, basically, to go to specific shops like supermarkets, groceries, so on and so forth. But that didn't limit to like, I don't know, let's say like a tobacco shop, for example, or like a sports equipment shop or stuff like that, you know. And back then it was that elderly people are allowed to go in from 9 to 11, right? So at the elderly above the age of 65, nice one, 65, they were the only ones available to go into any establishment that sells groceries and the likes. And it worked out kinda. It was sort of annoying that like if you woke up early, like if you wanted to go early, then every single humanoid being except for the elderly would be at the shop just raiding and ransacking the entire place. But if you went in late, like after 11, then the same thing would be, but the early raider people would have taken everything. So either way was terrible. Now to make things even worse this time, how it is now is that the time slot is still the same, so elderly people from 9 to 11. On the weekends it's 8 to 10, just to make it more confusing to try and remember which day it is and which day has which time slot, which in my opinion is just, once again, as per usual from our government, it's fucking stupid. But the really annoying bit is that even though the elderly can only go in, or their recommended time slot, and this is the big important bit, is that it's recommended for them to go in from 9 to 11. It is not mandatory like it was beforehand. So basically, young people, or let me rephrase it, everyone that is an elderly can go fuck themselves because they cannot go into the shop from 9 to 11, but the elderly people can and will probably not go at 9 to 11. They will go in at any other time period except for 9 to 11, because old people suck, at least in Hungary, for sure. And I can go into like the political reasoning behind this, of why the government did this, because most of the current ruling parties, voting people who vote for them, like demographically, are old people, just in general. I know you want to talk about how supposedly the Prime Minister's party, which is the leading party right now in Budapest, or not in Budapest, sorry, in the country pretty much, has bought votes by distributing potatoes in villages. Like, when you say some shit like that out loud, it sounds surreal that like we live in such a country that politicians are buying votes from old people by giving them like 3 kilograms of potato. Like, what the hell? How is that a thing? How is this allowed? Well, how it is, because it's Hungary and shit like this is 100% allowed. Same shit, and again, this is going a bit off tangent again, but I kind of want to rant about how shit our politics are. I think I may have brought this up before, I genuinely don't remember, If I have, then sorry about that. If I've not, then be ready to get outraged 100%. Is when the first curfew was announced this year, not this year, sorry, like in November, that shops are closing. Although I have just, again, side note, I've got no fucking clue where we need to go to get the emerald. So creeping up on you from the what does that mean, render? What does it mean? The numbers, Mason, the numbers, what do they mean? Yeah, this is where I died horribly when I was drunk. I remember this very vividly, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, back to ranting about Hungarian politics. So when the first big lockdown and first big laws were announced about what needed to be closed and what time and so on and so forth, like bars were closed and like theaters were closed, cinemas were closed, coffee shops were closed, all that kind of things. Now try and guess what is the one thing. Try and guess what was the one thing that wasn't closed some fucking miraculous way, honestly. Casinos. For some reason, when the whole lockdown was happening, bars were getting closed, cinemas were getting closed, museums were getting closed, libraries were getting, pubs, all that shit closed. Casinos, nah. Casinos are perfectly fine. We'll keep them open. People can come in, they can gamble their money away. You could still buy drinks at the casinos regardless, even though you couldn't like do it anywhere else because all the pubs and bars and all that are already closed. Like not even until 7, but just in general they're not open. But casinos, nah, fuck, they're good. Let's keep the casinos open. What the fuck? It's just, it's mind-boggling. Honestly, that's what this is. And now like the whole thing is that obviously like when you look into it, like the people that run the casinos are main friends with the Prime Minister, your boy Orban. So of course you have to give them like some opportunities to make money while this whole shit's going down. So keep the casinos, fuck the Hungarians so they can die in COVID, no one cares. Casinos, keep them open. Let's go. Might as well. Why not? Am I right? It's fucking stupid, man. Sometimes I absolutely hate this country, honestly. It's blood boiling, that's what this is. Honestly. Like, literally. It's annoying as hell. And I think that concludes for today's episode of Marcian Rants about how shit the Hungarian government is. Yay. Dude, I have no idea where this thing could be. Like, I'm looking up now because like creeping up on you from the... Is that like a lyric to something? Hang on. Let me check something really quick. I'll pause the recording for a bit and I'll see if I can find something on that note. Alright, we're back. I don't know what the hell happened, honestly. Good thing I actually caught it and it didn't happen earlier on, because the recording got stuck. It's very weird. I don't know what the hell happened in there, but the final bit of the thing when we were in the place of the obelisk screen version is just stuck on the pause screen when I went to look up any song lyrics that went with it's creeping up on you from the, and it got stuck on that. So I don't know if it was with me pausing it or what, but it's definitely weird as hell. So that's not too good. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. Might need to look more that into in a bit, because I don't want the final big penultimate episode just getting stuck on like a specific frame, because that would be annoying as hell. So yeah. But what we wanted to accomplish today has been accomplished, and we have collected every single emerald except for the final one. So emerald 15, emerald 19, emerald 16, emerald 23, and emerald 21. There. Now we're only missing one more emerald and then we're all good, which is 27. So yeah, give me that back. Okay. So next episode, the big finale, minus the extra bonus episode of going to the unimplemented area. Whew. Sorry. And I'll probably also make a video about like I did with Starlight, of just flying about the map and then giving my thoughts and opinions about the map in general. Should be fun. But until next time, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Next episode we'll tackle the final area of the map, Nova Arcaneum. Until then though, take care and I'll catch you guys then. Bye.